Earlier today, I spoke to the new Environment Minister Veerappa Moily. He also, of course, holds his older charge of being the oil minister of the country. We spoke about his areas of specific concern. There have been deals worth or investment worth 1 lakh crore rupees, which has been cleared in just a few weeks that he's become the Environment Minister of the country. Remember, he came in at a time when there was a great deal of criticism that things were moving too slowly in the Environment Ministry. But a lot of people have also said that perhaps caution when it comes to the environment is important. Here's what he told me earlier today. The two previous ministers, Jairam Ramesh and Jayanti Natarajan, were in a sense seen to be activist environment ministers, whose concerns for the environment perhaps came at the cost of speedy development. How do you balance those concerns, which are valid concerns, with your own agenda, which has been proven now because you're constantly clearing projects?
I don't say that they are wrong. Either Jairam Ramesh or Jayanti Natarajan have done anything wrong things by holding up the projects, because sometimes that is the attitude. Sometimes you feel sometimes that yes, but suppose I pass an order, things may go wrong. Also the UPA too, there have been a very fear psychosis environment because of the CAG, the CBI, the courts, many things, National Green Tribunal, lot institutions, who also watch.
So did that slow down the decision-making process?
Sometimes, at the level of the officers, more so, that they feel there is, suppose they do something, they may go wrong, even if consciously they do a right thing. Sometimes they maybe that it catches the eyes of the CBI, CAG, or the courts or the Green Tribunal. That's why this is there, and ultimately we need to as a lawyer I have an advantage because I can very clearly understand where the line has to be drawn. That is how I will be in a position to take decisions on the processed cases which is ready for disposal.
I must ask you about POSCO. It's been in the news. It's the biggest single piece of investment in the country. But you have separated the plan for ports with the steel mine. Why?
The port has so many other issues. It may take, not necessary to take decision now. The POSCO steel plant can go on. That is why I cleared it. The port will, even if you plan it today, it will definitely take, immediately the steel plant is commissioned. If the port is ready, it is okay. That's how the port, we have kept it aside. We cleared this because there is for want of approval of the port, which may take some more time. I don't think the steel plant should be held up.
But do you believe that the port should be cleared?
No, that is a process. It has not matured enough for clearance.
So the National Green Tribunal is headed by Justice Swatantra Kumar, who's been in the news. Do you believe that the allegations against him of sexual impropriety are very serious charges?
Anyway, these charges have been raised, when he was a sitting judge of the Supreme Court, not as a chairman of the National Green Tribunal. I have seen the newspaper. The charges are quite grievous and quite serious. I am not in a position to give my view on that matter unless some forum gets into an investigation or inquiry into this matter, and this is a serious charge, no doubt. It depends what Supreme Court will do now, because that was all done when he was a Supreme Court judge.
Right.
So it's a matter for the judiciary to decide, or to make an inquiry or otherwise. I think it is their duty to do that, and I will not be in a position to make any comments further on. Under the provisions of the National Green Tribunal, matter could be referred even now. There is no problem. Even with regard to the moral turpitude, it is attached to a person.
Yes.
Whether that offence is committed when he was a Supreme Court judge or now, that is, I think sometimes it is irrelevant.
Yes.
When it comes to a particular taint, which is attached to a particular personality, who is occupying the post.
you know, there is this demand for raising the number of LPG cylinders from 9 to 12. I believe it was on Friday that you met some senior leaders who have been pressing upon you the necessity to do this. Are you working towards raising the number of LPG cylinders?
Not yet started. This is one of the reform measures which we introduced. If you raise another, from 9 to 12, because they say according to the MP's logic, they exhausted because 9 months are over.
Yes.
Then another 3 months,
Correct.
they require another 3. And if you increased from 9 to 12, ultimately who remains out of the, that means who is above 12 cylinders will be only 3%. So this is a matter which we need to examine, but I have not yet started examining it.